Greetings, my dearest ones. I welcome you to our reflection today, third Sunday of Lent. And the theme of our reflection is Only God Can Satisfy Our Thirst. The first reading from the book of Exodus chapter 17 brings us face to face with the problem of the people of Israel and their request for something to drink. O lady, in the first 3 chapters, immediately after the liberation of the people of Israel, the first set of problems they encountered was about food and water. Already in chapter 15, verse 22 to 25, the people complained bitterly, asking Moses to give them something to drink. And then in chapter 16, they complained about food. And then here again in our reading today, chapter 17, the problem of thirst comes back. And then the people complained so bitterly that they preferred staying in Egypt, where they had water and food, to staying in the desert of freedom, yet without water. And Moses took this complaint to God. And God directed Moses what to do. He asked Moses to strike the staff. The same staff Moses struck, and the water ceased to flow, and the people passed through the water. That's the same staff God asked him to strike on the rock, so that water will flow out for the people to drink. And then you will be forced to ask, why is it only in chapter 16 God commanded manna, or God made manna to flow, to fall from heaven for the people? Why is the case different here? Why could God not have commanded water to flow from heaven so that the people could drink? But he asked Moses to use the staff and to strike the rock. This shows you that in life, there are certain things God do for us, even in our passivity, even without our involvement. Yet, there are many others He would like us to be involved, to use the talents and gifts He has given us, to collaborate with the grace of God. This issue or this term of thirst comes back again in the gospel reading of today, according to John chapter 4. Jesus is presented as being tired by the journey and then thirsty. And he made the same request the people of Israel made to Moses. Jesus made the same request to the Samaritan woman. Give me something to drink. But in the development of this episode, we will come to realize that actually it was not Jesus who was thirsty, but this woman of Samaria. Oh lady, the woman portrayed something unusual, because in the culture of the Samaritans, it is not normal for a woman to go to draw water from the well alone, but in the company of other women. But here the woman is alone, and at the odd hour, showing you that something is at stake, something is pursuing this woman. She is distanced from the people. She has disassociated herself from the rest of the people, and she comes to draw water at the odd hour so that nobody would see her. And to make this open of something lacking in this woman's life, Jesus asked her a question. Go and call your husband. And she said, I have no husband. Jesus said, yes, you are right to say that, because already you have had 5 husbands, and the one you are having now is not yours. We can take this literally, but I would like to take it allegorically, because Josephus said that the people of Samaritans, the Samaritan people, they had 5 gods, 5 nations, and each of these nations had their own gods. So it means that this woman has associated herself with the 5 gods of these nations, and then the 5th one, which is foreign, yet she is not yet satisfied. And that is the test, the greatest test one can have, not finding the authentic God in one's life, not finding that God. And that's why, after spending time with Jesus, she ran and told her countrymen, I have seen someone who knows me, who tells me everything about my past. And she brought her countrymen to encounter Jesus. And they came and believed in Jesus because of the words of this woman. And they asked Jesus to spend some time with them. My dearest ones, I want us to pick just 2 points from the readings of today. 1, nothing can ever satisfy a soul whom God does not satisfy. We can never find a replacement of God. God is the rock. Jesus says, I am the spring of living water. God is that water that quenches our thirst. And then secondary, we learn something from these people. They came to Jesus because of the words of this woman. But after they have listened and Jesus have stayed with them for 2 days, they told the woman, we now believe, not because of what you said, but because we ourselves, we have had an experience of this man. We read many books, hear many stories, read many lives of the saints, all our theologies, all our miraculous stories, even scripture itself, they are able to bring us to have an experience of Christ. But if we have not developed our own personal testimonies from our experience of Christ, then we have not really arrived at being the true disciples. May we ask God that He continues to quench this insatiable thirst in us and to give us the reason to believe in Him as our rock and the living water. God bless you and keep safe.